hometown and surrounding area. Tiger Talk is brought to you by... And this morning's Tiger Talk brought to you by Whistlestop Donuts, Hancocks Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's delicious homemade goodness, String Beans Coffee House, and Mrs. Mclubbe's Cupcakes on Lower Main in Princeton, Brantley Furniture, and Perry's Floors and more.
Make the morning great with a stop at Whistlestop Donuts on West Main Street in Princeton. Whistlestop makes their donuts fresh daily, and they're ready on your way to work or school. They have a wide variety of fresh donuts, so you can surprise the office with a dozen delicious donuts. And remember, after 11 a.m., donuts are only $5 per dozen through August 8th. Stop by Whistlestop today and enjoy a donut or a dozen. They're open 5 a.m. to noon, Monday through Saturday. Whistlestop Donuts on West Main in Princeton.
Hancocks Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancocks makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouth-watering desserts sure to please your entire family. While at Hancocks, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancocks Neighborhood Market in Katie's, hometown, homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancocks Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's. All right, at 8:07, we are here on Tiger Talk, and I have the pleasure of welcoming into the WPKY studios Amy Ramage. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Awesome. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
And you have your fine-looking boys here. What are their names? Say them, guys.
Evan, Ethan.
All right, Evan and Ethan. All right, well, welcome to you guys as well. And we are here to talk about Ptown Rocks. Saw the story. Stacy did Coda did a story in the Times Leader, and I've seen these rocks. I actually had one here at the station, and I dropped it off somewhere close by after I kind of saw. And what started it all? It's pretty neat.
Well, what started is I saw an article someone had posted on Facebook. It was from the Today Show, and it had everything to do with small towns, painted rocks, how it was bringing joy to other kids' lives, and how was it the family activity. And I thought, what else would be perfect for Princeton and having more family activities, more options than to just try it out. So I guess I waited a week or so, didn't start it, and it stayed on my mind. I thought, why not? Let's just do it. So I started the group, and it just grew. And within 48 hours, I think we had 400 people in it. And I had thought about doing lots of events through town, but it just exploded to where parents and kids were getting together, grandparents, and making it a family activity at home, painting rocks together and going out and hiding them, or going out and finding them and rehiding them. It's a fun activity. I love seeing the pictures on Facebook of all these kids finding these rocks and posting their smiles.
It's something because I know as of yesterday, you're pushing 700 likes.
Yes,
on
I think
Facebook.
Maybe we're up to 8 something
now.
Oh,
already?
So I'm
okay, I
hoping
haven't
we can
looked.
get to 1,000 by the end of the week.
Well, we might after this broadcast. You never know.
So.
But for those of you who are listening and you don't do Facebook and you don't have an idea of what we're talking about, I mean, basically there's a page out there which Amy started, and it just says Ptown Rocks, and so the concept is you paint rocks. It's a family activity, and you just put them out and about. And a lot of places they have something about the hometown. You know, it might be a particular thing. A lot of them have little sayings on them. I've seen all kind. The one that I found just had a peace symbol on it. Mm-hmm. It was a green rock, had pink on it, and you never know where you're going to find them.
I've seen some with minions. I've seen some with Bible verses. I've seen sports ones. Polka dotted, striped. I mean, it's so awesome, just the creativity the kids have and the families have with each individual rock.
And that's what's fun about it, because you can be pretty much as creative as you want. with them and put your message on there. And, of course, we hope it's a good, positive message.
Oh, of course.
And then, of course, we can just hide them, and you just never know where you're going to stumble across them.
Of course, the group is called Rock on Ptown.
Okay.
With the hashtag Ptown Rocks, and it's PTOWNROX. That is our Princeton Caldwell County hashtag.
Yeah, ROX. And I need to, because I know you have to be careful with the hashtags. You might do the wrong one. I think I posted the wrong one a second ago, but I'll go back and fix it. But, yeah, you want the right one so it links you properly to wherever you're doing that. What if somebody says, well, I don't do Facebook? I mean, they don't necessarily have to do Facebook either. They can just paint rocks and start hiding them, right?
Correct.
And you just can't see some of the stuff that gets posted.
And just because they don't have Facebook or social media, that doesn't mean their rock won't get on social media, because so many people are posting what they have on Facebook. So their rock would be found, and it would be probably posted somewhere out there on social media. And like I said, I just encourage people just to make this a fun family activity. Get away from the TV, get away from all the busyness of life, and just sit down and enjoy a simple activity.
Not only can you sit down and enjoy just creating them, but then you can kind of go out and see, hey, where can we find them? You know,
yeah,
you can hunt for them.
So many people just post pictures of them walking down Main Street, downtown, hunting.
Yeah.
They may not find any, but at least they're having fun hunting and trying to find them. And I love seeing the pictures of people rehiding them. They're not keeping them. They're actually, rehiding them to make someone else's day.
Yeah, and I think that's really the fun part about it. Of course, you can keep them if you want to, but you don't have to. I grew up in the 70s when they had these, you get this you could buy a pet rock, and it, came in like a little container, and it had it was like in a little nest or something, those things really took off there for a while, and I think this is taking off, and I think it hit right about the right time. I don't know. Do you know any place around the area that is doing it as well?
Yes, Madisonville does have a group. I'm not sure the exact title of it. Hoptown has one. I think it's Ptown Rocks.
Okay.
And then Lyon County, a friend of mine in Lyon County has started a group, and it's Lyon County Rocks, and it's really taken off as well.
I never thought I'd do a show about rocks, but we're doing a show about rocks.
Murray and Paducah have very large groups as well, and I try to get some ideas from some of the larger area pages, such as Nashville, and then I've seen a lot in Murray, so it gets a lot of ideas. I know that there's a rock painting activity in Princeton coming up. I don't have the date. I'm unprepared on that, but it's at the library.
Okay.
It's being advertised on Facebook, and I believe it'll be in the newspaper as well, but that's coming up soon.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick String Beans coffee break and a Mrs. McLubbe's Cupcake Craze break. And you guys can enjoy the delicious Whistlestop Donuts there, too, the donut hole.
They are amazing.
Yeah, they are. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we're talking with Amy Ramage about Ptown Rocks here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tiger. Back in a moment. String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton specializes in made-to-order espresso drinks, hot, over ice, or frozen. They serve lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2. Like them on Facebook to view their weekly menu. They also rent out the back room for birthday parties, anniversary parties, and baby showers. That's String Beans Coffee House, 108 East Main Street, Princeton. Give them a call, 270-365-0550. Shh! It's Princeton's best-kept secret. Pardon me?
Mrs. McLubbe's Cupcakes in downtown Princeton. It's truly the best-kept secret in Princeton. Come down and enjoy a delicious homemade cupcake made from scratch and only from the finest ingredients. While downtown, enjoy a sweet treat on the patio in front of our shop. It's a delightful way to spend a moment with a friend or someone you love. Check out Instagram and Facebook for the Mrs. McLubbe's Flavor of the Week. Mrs. McLubbe's Cupcakes on Lower Main in Princeton, where there's always room for a cupcake. Phone 270-963-2544 to place an order.
All right, we are back, and we're just having a good time here. We've got the boys are here. We're running around the studio, and we have we're talking rocks, man. We're talking about Ptown Rocks, and everything's great in the studio here at WPKY. And Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Of course, you're married to Josh Ramage, who works for the health department here, and what you are a social worker, is that correct?
I am. I'm a social worker for vulnerable adults age 18 to 21. I also am a court-ordered guardianship assessor in our county, in Lyon County, and Crittenden County. And then I stay busy with our church, First Baptist, here in Princeton.
Okay.
And of course, my two boys keep me going at all times.
They're doing it, man. I mean, that boys are special, and they keep you hopping. They're budding, starring football players and all kinds of they're athletes.
We hope.
Yeah,
we hope.
awesome.
We keep them busy in sports. Ethan plays basketball, football, and baseball, and Evan plays baseball. He's getting ready to start football, and he runs cross country.
Excellent. Well, that's great, guys. Let's talk a little bit more about Ptown Rocks, and we'll shift. We'll talk about some other things too. I was supposed to have some other guests, but we can talk about some of the other things you're involved in as well. What do you want people to know about Ptown Rocks that we didn't cover in the first segment? Just to have fun with it and get to painting. And is there a certain type of rock that works better? Do you know? Is there sandstone work, or do you?
Well, a lot of what I've seen online, I look at a lot of Pinterest, and the smooth river rocks are always good, but any rock's fine. And of course, you'll need to wash it, have it dry, get it clean, and.
Is there a certain rock paint?
Acrylic, indoor and outdoor,
Okay.
is great. That stays on fairly well. And then I like, let's see what else. It's the acrylic paint. We did find that glow-in-the-dark spray paint is out, and that's a cool little texture.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a whole new look for a rock.
Right.
And then I like to see them sealed with an acrylic spray, a clear acrylic spray that also helps seal in the paint or any Sharpies or any markers that have been put on the rock. It does seal it and keep it, I guess, pretty longer.
Yeah.
And that can all be found at Walmart.
Awesome. So there's all kinds of things. Just use your imagination when you're painting a rock, and it's just sort of cool. I have not painted any rocks yet, but I was away. I was visiting Georgia, and I had some people say, "Hey, bring us back some rocks to paint." You know, find us some good rocks. But the good thing is, Kentucky is full of rocks, so we're not going to run out of any rocks to paint.
No running out of rocks here in Kentucky.
No, that's a fabulous thing. I always get frustrated when I got to dig a hole out at my house. I mean, 'cause I'm hitting rock. But so anybody need any rocks, just let me know. I can get you plenty of rock. Well, fabulous. I hope you do hit 1,000 likes. I know you will.
I think that's going to be my new challenge this week is to hit 1,000 likes.
Yes.
If you're not a part of the group, please.
I would think it's quite therapeutic to paint a rock.
It is. I enjoy it. Yeah. It's not just fun for kids. I'll enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, I know after a tough, hard day around the old radio station, I think I might enjoy sitting at home and painting a rock and putting a positive message on it and going and hiding it. I really do. Well, what a cool concept. What a cool thing. And, folks, if you're listening, give it a try. Paint a rock and throw it out somewhere, or maybe just take it. Maybe not throw it, but take it where somebody can see it, display it a little bit.
Place it somewhere.
Place it somewhere where somebody can find it. And you never know whose day you might make. You really. And some of the positive things. I've seen a lot of positive things on there, and I think it's a great concept, and I think it's cool that you started it. So I'm glad you did it.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on, and this was kind of exciting for them to come along as well.
Yeah, I'm glad to have them.
Even though they're running around and trying to talk to me during the radio show.
You were slightly involved. I plugged, and we're not going to talk about it fully because I'm going to have them on, I think, Mackenzie Copeland. And you were somewhat involved in the planning stages for the Maddox Copeland kickball tournament as well. That's coming up this coming Saturday at the Lee S. Jones Park.
Yes.
So we want to encourage everybody. I've been given a little bit of information about it as far as how there's a couple places in town I think people can pick up their registration forms, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and I think that's Lindmart Financial here in Princeton and String Beans Coffee House.
Yes.
And then down in Eddyville, Anchorage Farm Supply and Attitudes. Is that correct?
Yes. If there's anybody got any questions, please message myself or Mackenzie Copeland or Marissa Bragg.
Okay.
Alexis Darnell and Sherry Pruitt are all involved in the planning process and getting this all ready to go for Saturday.
So if you know how to get in touch with those ladies, I think it's $150 per team. You need 4 females on the it's co-ed team. It's a co-ed kickball tournament. And that'll be at the Lee S. Jones Park in Eddyville. It's fun for the whole family as well. So there's all kinds of good things going on in our community on Saturday.
And I'll just say, if you're not going to play, and we understand that not everybody can play in a kickball tournament, at least come out and cheer these teams on. There's going to be kids' teams. Both sons are playing on a team together. A lot of the baseball parents, like myself, will be playing on a team together. Hopefully we'll play each other. I think that's the plan. Make it a little interesting competition.
Why not?
So come on out. It's going to be a fun day. There'll be T-shirts. There'll be food. There'll be just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep promoting it, and of course that's coming up this Saturday, and hopefully we'll get Mackenzie and maybe Marissa. Like I said, they were scheduled to maybe try to get in here today, but had conflicts. But we'll definitely continue to promote it. That's a great event, and all the money raised, of course, will go to the Maddox Cummins Scholarship Fund. So that is a good cause as well, and that's going on this Saturday. So. And, of course, Ptown Rocks, it's the thing. It's get online, get on Facebook. If you have Facebook, and you can ask to join the group and check it out and start painting rocks.
Yes.
All right. Well, guys, I hope you have a successful football season. Glad you stopped by to see me today. And, Amy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, glad you started this. And for those of you that are just joining us, we're talking about Ptown Rocks. You might have seen on social media some of the rocks that have been painted by different folks all over town. They're placing them, and this is sort of something that Amy heard about and got it started on social media here in Princeton. It's kind of taken off. So we encourage you to participate and in Ptown Rocks. So go to give us the Facebook title again, Amy.
The Facebook group is Rock On Ptown.
Okay.
And then our hashtag is Ptown Rocks, and the rocks is ROX.
Okay, there we go. And a lot of those hashtags we were talking off air that they were kind of hard to.
It took me 3 hours to figure out a hashtag for the town. There were so many already taken. And finally, I was like, okay, let's try ROX, see if that works. And it did. There was
Bingo.
nobody that had that hashtag. So we kind of went with it.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk on this Monday. We're glad Amy was here. And the boys, Evan and forgot the other one. Ethan and Evan. There we go. I knew there was two E's.
The studio.
No,
they're still too long.
No, they're doing fantastic. But glad to have Ethan and Evan here. And guys, just have a good time today and paint those rocks and hide them. And again, check out Coda's article on in the Times Leader as well, because it goes in a little bit more detail.
It was a great article.
It does a fantastic job, and you can check that out on in our local Times Leader about Ptown Rocks as well. Amy, thank you so much.
Thanks so
have
much.
a wonderful day.
I appreciate it.
And boys, have a successful school year.
So thank you.
All right, appreciate you coming in. That's Amy Ramage. She is Ptown Rocks, and if you want to know more about that, go to the Facebook page Rock On Ptown, and it has a hashtag Ptown ROX. That's how you find it. So that's going to do it for this edition of Tiger Talk at 8:23. Brantley Furniture is having an anniversary sale all week long. Be sure you check out their Facebook